In this episode of the McTaggart Attack Podcast, I talked about destiny and how bad it is and why we shouldn't even think about destiny. I hope you enjoy it. I felt a lot better after I got stuff off my chest about it. So give it a watch or a listen. Like the episode on YouTube or like it wherever you're listening to podcasts and write review and all that stuff that I'm going to say in the end notes. So why the hell did I say it here? I don't know. Why do I do that? I don't know. Anyway, go ahead and check it out and have a great day after you finish listening to the episode, because listen to the whole thing, or at least half of it. I really suck at these intros. I started recording them after I record the episode, and I'm saying stuff that I don't intend to say, because I didn't mean to tell you to not... I didn't mean to give you all those call to actions. Follow me on social media at McTaggart Attack on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And the email address is McTaggartAttack@gmail.com. See, I didn't even plan to do that. I did that just as a laugh to myself. I'll get better at this podcasting thing, even though I've been doing it for over 4 years now. And I'll do better at the video thing too in 4 or 5 years. So, there. I'll be talking more about Destiny in a second or two once I figure out the best way to stop this shitty introduction. Because I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to tell you before I let you go to what the episode was actually about? I'm not sure. But I think I like doing them better this way, instead of doing the archaic, oh, do this, do this. Because no one gives a shit about that. No one's listening to this. You're not even listening to this right now. Maybe you are. I don't know. Thank you for listening or watching or however you're taking in this damn podcast of mine that nobody listens to. It's the best podcast nobody listens to. So listen to it or watch it right now. Hello, and welcome to the McTaggart Attack Podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart, and in today's episode, I want to talk about destiny, because I hate worrying about destiny. To me, it feels like destiny, or thinking about destiny, is the worst kind of anxiety, if you think about it. Because, and by the way, I should clarify, when I say destiny, I'm not referring to stripper names or anything like that. So let's just get that out of the way, you filthy animals. Anyway, I find myself worrying a lot about what am I going to do with my life. You know? It's just a frustrating thing to think about, because 44 years old, live with my parents. Yes, I have a full-time job, but I just think, how's it going to end? What am I going to do? What am I going to be known for? And it bothers me. It does. Like, I have it in my head that, like, the story is already written. You know? That, like, it's the ending is already known, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and that frustrates me. And it frustrates me because I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, what am I going to do? What am I meant for? What am I meant to be on this earth for? You know, what's my destiny? And to be perfectly honest, I don't think destiny is actually a thing. I think it is something. I think destiny is something. But what I really think destiny is just the worst kind of anxiety. Because what's anxiety? Anxiety is worrying about what's going to happen. And destiny is like, what are you destined to do? So if you're constantly worrying about what you're destined to do, you're worrying about the future. So that's anxiety. And it's like, it's the worst kind of anxiety because you're trying to think of, what is my best self supposed to be doing? What will I end up being known for? What am I going to be known for? What will be my gift to this world? And it's just ridiculous because I was watching actually some YouTube videos. I think it was Ella Ringrose, who I think I've actually talked about before on this podcast. And she talks a lot about manifesting and being present in the moment. And like, I've been big into meditation since 2015, and especially more in the past year or so. And I think I did talk about a few weeks ago how anxiety and depression are really just thoughts. That's all they are. That's all they can be. Destiny is just a thought. But if you're constantly worrying about your destiny, then you're not going to do any fucking thing with your life. You're just going to ponder what you were supposed to do, and then you never did anything. And what good is that? What good is that? It's no good at all. So what's the best way to live? The best way to live is to not worry about what happened or worry about what's going to happen. Just worry about what you're doing right now. Not even worry about it. Just think about what you're doing right now. Be in the moment. Be present. And how do you do that? Meditation helps. And I need to do more of that because I worry. I think people either worry too much about what happened or they worry, and then there's people who worry about too much about what might happen. So you have depression and anxiety. In the middle is the best place to be. Just like with political beliefs. As I knock the microphone. Sorry about that. But who's listening at this point anyway? So anyway, I'm just recording a podcast. But it's like, you have two choices. There are two types of people. Well, three types of people, I guess. But like, yeah, being in the middle is really the best way to be. Much like with politically, being in the middle is probably the best way to be. Just be present. Be there in the moment, thinking about what's happening, focusing on what's happening right then, just enjoying, not even thinking about it. There's no thinking involved. You're just there experiencing it. It's like real time. They talk about real time for like scoring on on sporting events. Real time scoring. Well, it's real time scoring because I just watched it happen. That's what you're doing. You're experiencing it there happening. There's no thinking in the moment. You're just experiencing it. You're just there. But a lot of us are too busy thinking about what's going to happen or thinking about what has happened to be worried about, to even focus on what's happening right now. And I think not many people focus on what's happening in the moment. And I think we'd be a lot better as people if we worried about, I say worry, and I don't mean to say worry. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say worry about what's happening right now. I'm just saying we need to be more in the moment if we want to be better as people, I think. And I think we would be better. Because we just need to stop like worrying about what has happened or what's going to happen. And destiny, which is what this podcast episode was going to be about in the fucking first place. But like for me, I just find myself worrying too much about destiny. And I need to stop worrying about destiny, because even if I do think, oh, I want to be the greatest comedian ever, which is what, I'd like to be that, but it's like, it's not my destiny, because there is no destiny. Destiny is just the worst type of anxiety, because it makes you think, oh my god, I'm going to do this, but I can't do this because I'm just a failure. No. As long as you live in the moment, be present, meditate every day, you're not going to have any issues worrying about what you're going to be. Because if you just, in this moment, just be present is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to fucking say. And it's just, I just think if you just want to stop thinking about destiny, everybody should stop thinking about destiny, because destiny isn't a thing. It's not even a good thing. Destiny is a bad thing. Destiny is like the worst kind of anxiety, because it makes you think what your best self is going to be, but you're not going to be your best self because you're too busy thinking about how the hell am I going to get to be my best self? How am I going to get to be what my destiny is? What if I don't get my destiny? It's just bullshit. Destiny is just bullshit. I hate the word destiny. Unless it's a stripper. Well, anyway. Yeah, just destiny just seems like a bullshit thing to think about, and I'm just tired of thinking about destiny, and I'm gonna stop thinking about destiny and living more in the moment. You need to live more in the moment. Everybody needs to live more in the moment instead of worrying about what you're going to do with your life, because right now you haven't done shit. And I feel like I'm saying that to myself more than anybody else, more than I'm saying it to anybody else. And I held the laptop on my knees, on my lap, like you do, because it's a laptop. It might have shooken a little bit, but I think I like this format better. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, just destiny is bullshit. It's the worst kind of anxiety. And just live in the moment. Work on yourself now, or else you won't have a destiny good enough for anybody to remember in the first place. I feel better. Until the next episode. Hey, thank you so much for watching and or listening to the podcast today. I really appreciate it. If you watched it on YouTube, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and like the video. And if you listen to it on an audio podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you listen to the podcast. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack Podcast is cooking.